Who the fuck? Let's see here. Pumpkin. Oh my gosh. Pumpkin, you two are adorable. Alright, you two are adorable. So welcome, Belle. Yes, I do in fact have an Edge controller now. It's fairly nice. Fairly nice indeed. Because one of the best parts about this, Val, is that I can actually switch out the joysticks. And the joysticks, I usually what keeps fucking up on these goddamn PlayStation DualSense controllers. So yeah, not to mention that you can adjust the buttons however you like to. Like, and these things come with little, so these things come with extra buttons that I can just flip on, and in the middle of just doing this, I can go, oh, customize profile, and around button. Yeah, I kind of just went straight into like controller customization through a quick path. I can adjust headphone, mic, game chat, audio balance. It's pretty good. It's pretty convenient. Pretty convenient. I'd say for you, Val, I'd say give it a bit. Try to see if you can find one at a discount. Well, I'd say try because I don't believe you because you don't usually play with controller, so I don't believe you get face the drift issue too much. So that's why I say find it at like a discount for you, Val. But if you really wanted to get it, I suggest grabbing it. Like over a regular DualSense controller, it's like just a lot more. You can do a lot more with it, you know. Like you're restricted as you are with a regular DualSense. So it's just a lot better experience. Eh, I figured. I think it's just saying that because I primarily play on PlayStation, so it's the thing that kind of happens with how much I use them, and they kind of just because I can notice like after a year usage of like how I use them, they start getting drift, but it doesn't get too bad until like something happens. Like I get into like a game like Fortnite or FF14 and I really get into it. And because of that one period where I'm just really into a game, the controller just reaches this limit and just starts killing itself on me. Like my other controllers saw me having too much fun on raids and said, hell nah, I'm not doing this. I signed up for goddamn shooters, not for a button mashing 9000. But yeah. I got a little pumpkin here with me. And my little minion. Oh! Look who it is. Look who it is. Well, Reverend indeed also. Hey you, get off of Waya immediately. I won't ask you again. If I see you on Wire again, you're getting tossed to the fucking sun. But yeah, just like, see, this stuff on the DualSense I didn't even mess around with yet. And so I'm very eager to see what I can do with this when the time comes. But for now, I'm perfectly fine using the default because that still works for me. So I will say this, if I can alter this to have like better FF14 layouts, oh my god, I will fucking cheer them. Because if I can avoid my fucking tired inputs thing from the double tapping, all I have to do, I think I'll be in heaven, though. But there's some guy just vanishes in front of you. Gaboo. Graha, I like how just like days prior, you were, ah yes, here am I, Mr. Mystery Man. I will be organizing this here meeting and I will be giving you all the exclusive info. You know, after you joined this island, I was like, hi, I'm Graha. Pleasure to be working with you. I'm shy. I don't know what to do anymore. I like that he still has, like, crystal drip. Like, he worked his ass off for that Allegan stuff. He may sail off the tower, but he's not going without a fucking, May just gotten the... Exactly, though. That's funny. Listen, though, the average Graha hairstyle is from Allegan. So naturally, only those with an Allegan bloodline can fully appreciate it. Because they have too much enemies to maintain a Allegan bloodline unless it is forced upon them. We still gotta take tech through that though. I don't know, maybe I'll jump tech when he gets off of work and we'll do it privately. Like you, me, and tech just in a private VC going, alright, before anyone else notices we're in here, let's go. Good, when we start doing conversations, we're gonna get hella distracted. Oh man, I miss the Rising. I miss the Rising Stones name. I just discovered something else about these controllers, Val. I can control how, like, where the thing stops at, like, the trigger buttons. I can directly control how much input I put onto them. So if I'm like trying to gently squeeze them, I can instead just stop it when I'm dying. Okay, that is. God, this controller is so nifty. Listen though, this is my first Pro controller. Like an actual real Pro controller, not anything like Nintendo does. Which your Pro controllers is just regular controllers, but with batteries. Wait, the tower took up carpentry and design. Taro, how the Taro, kindly, please stop. Kindly, Taro, please stop. I don't think it was really have the budget to support your insane talents. Yo, let's knock this from Final Fantasy 3. I almost said 4. I guess we're back in the smog area. Tiamat, he's still there. We can't free you from this place. Like we, like I think we genuinely like your help going forward. We can make you a scion. Tiamat? No? Alright. Listen, Bella, it's not, well, it is pure optimism that I can believe that a 50-foot dragon can fit within the rising stones. So I may have to be a sea for her, but that's another point entirely. Also that, also Graha's words got me thinking. Since this place is only accessible via airship, did this place just kind of just avoid apocalypse for a time? Because we know there's survivors of the whole Black Rose incident in the future. So did people with airships just kind of cut their losses and then just head out up on here, away from where all the plague was? Kind of like how Dalamar just kind of avoided all the chaos from the previous Unworld calamities just by being so far out of reach. Oh my god, Raha, you're our stick of truth. Wait, iconic corruption. That's what they call it. I was kidding that the Warrior of Light just casually has like a ship, like a personal ship he just has around and never really acknowledges. Like, Warrior of Light, did you get right? Oh wait, you have a ship. Assigned distinctly to, and I quote, kill a dragon. Yeah. Because it's not brought up often, but we just kind of have our own mana cutter that we just hardly ever use. Despite being able to transport it with all our other stuff. imagine this now. Alright. But Val, now imagine this. We're playing it's the fucking Xeno Elidibus fucking boss fight we had in Stormblood. But instead of we're like just walking onto the scene, like first I'm gonna cut her straight into it as the first attempt. Like no initial fight. We're like just size 2 do I fucking just dive straight into Elidibus, and when that doesn't work, then he tries fighting me. Also, it's been so long since I last been in here that I forgot where Tiamat's thing is. Is it here, the quarantine block? Okay, glowing blue thing, that's potential. All the music. She better, Val. We need a dragon to join the Scions. Originally we made a concern, but he decided to, he decided to cuck Omega when it came to us, so that happened. He's very ED Val. Oh, he's stretching pumpkin? I'm about to go hunt? No, I went back to sleep. Alright, got it. What do you mean new location? What the fuck do you mean new location? curtain has moved, and now it's time to lock in. I'm sorry. When we first came here, and I just was hell-bent on sending an old man to an early grave. Well, not an early grave, no. Maybe more apt to say, sending an old man to a long overdue grave. Y'all do not want to fight me. That was... What do you mean I wasn't in range for all that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Graha, are you really doing this? Graha, are you really doing this again? Oh, I have to give up the sass. You're a scion now, Graha, and sass is the privilege and will of every scion. Actually, speaking to Tiamat, you know what just came to my mind, Val? Essentially, similar to how Roskar just basically Beastman Mikote. I'd want to see how FF14 will handle a Beastman Dragon race that is customizable the same way Roskar are. Because while you have the people that Roman will call Redditors, who said to be the descendants of the dragon, the same way the Makote are just kind of cat people. Like Scion now have three Makote, and every single one of them has some sort of research background, and every single one of them also has just done randomly cool shit because they can. Because the first thing came to my mind was like, again, if I could go over any race or WoW, it'd be the Drakthir. Because I think they fit it very well with what FF14's general vibe is. Alexander Warrior like sit by a chemical fire and eat sandwiches. Sounds about right. So Alizé's always been a combat nut. Alizé, as a resident truck freak, can you please, oh so pretty please, learn a bit of tactics and stop using level 1 limit breaks? Wait. We need to do damage. Huh? What's up, Velio? No, you're right. Alde would be crazy ass. I subscribe to Orianger, or think of being Truck Freak. Leaning more on Orianger for that one. The Warrior of Light and your Stola just both equally fit into a pier. Because you can't tell me that fucking... You can't tell me that a fucking blind black mage that still manages to see but sees your very soul and then decides I'm going to commit a mini apocalypse isn't an appear. Nor can you argue that a Miqo'te with the power of God slaying actual gods while just casually high-fiving people afterward is also not an appear. If they, if the Royal Light and Stella weren't scions, they'd be local legends. Oh, for sure. But at the same time, though, imagine you're still just encountering something that she knows she can't see and just instead going, if I can't see it, then I'm at no risk of destroying anything I like. And then just does level 3 fucking Black Mage Limit Break. Like, she is entirely the type to just go, what a predicament. Anyway, limit break. and just and just kind of go off the assumption that her allies will probably be fine, and if they aren't, she's a healer. Alpha no for 2028 when Alpha Dad. Well, I've only seen one line of anything referencing him, and the very fact that that one line has already been like Alphino gave his most passionate expression on something that is morally and as we shown literally correct action, and his father was like, no, no, son, I'm disappointed. What the fuck is this bullshit? What is this intervention bullshit? Don't be like your crazy granddad, son. Oh my. Oh no, Alizé is about to punt this thing. Know your place, handmaiden. I can't believe Alizé got roasted by a machine. What? Val, this note's gotta go. This note's gotta go, Val. Large, low-born presence detected. Nah, this note's gotta go. This thing actually just called me broke and a peasant. This thing just called everybody here broke peasants. Nah, this thing gotta go. I love how we just casually have a sleeping room now. Like for the longest time, we just kind of chilled out in the old office, but now we actually have beds. Behold, the Wirelight does not have to sleep on the living room floor anymore. He actually has a bed. So do the rest of the Scions. You aren't wrong there, Val. But a bed is still a nice option. Like instead it just goes, no, I haven't figured out time travel yet, nor interdimensional travel. But if an alternate version of me did, then it just means less work for me. Love how when Nero comes back to how Nero comes back to see us, we just tell him, "Oh yeah, hey Nero. By the way, Sid discovered time travel. Bye." And Nero was just standing there, dumbfounded again. Freedom. Val, what does this look like? Val, I have to ask a genuine question. What does this look? Why does this look like Sauceless or Amric? Like, you see it, right? non-essential. I wonder who Lord Amon was. But Alizé straight up says, "Yeah, no, I am not going to Ishgard. I heard enough cold problems as it is." God, divine cure for God. Like a magical cancer. funny enough, that's something that WoW has incorporated before. To where, with different WoW expansions, like for example, in the most recent one for WoW, one of like the oldest locations known to the canon of WoW, I'm like, oh you know, there's always been this place called Dalaran. You hear about it in WoW like 1 or 2, right? But maybe just said to be like, it's basically WoW version of Charlian, except a lot less isolationist. They actually do shit when time needs them to do shit. But the reason I bring it up is because, well, Dalaran just kind of actually has shit happens to it as time goes on because it's a giant floating city full of the most powerful mages known to the world. And so over time, you just kind of see chunks of it get damaged, repaired, etc. And in the most recent expansion, you watch it implode. Like an actual black hole implosion happens there. And you just watch it all crumble into the sea. And there it is. It's just gone now. Like old versions still exist for like old questing and stuff. But if you go to where it's supposed to be, it's just gone. Like that shit is gone for good. And any new renditions of that area will just lack it because it's supposed to be gone. And WoW does have a feature to allow like older versions of areas to sustain a presence. Like I can boot up a quest and go to like the 2003 version of an area intact in all of its 2003 glory. And then when I'm done there, I can just go back to the modern version of the area and I'm like, yep, that was fun. For a good example of this, the home of the Night Elves in WoW was a giant tree called like Teldrassil or something, right? In one of the more recent WoW expansions, that giant tree that's been kind of staying there for centuries was casually burned down by a faction leader in an event that was kind of horrifying as you had to rescue people from the fires. But after said event, like the Night Elf homeland was just kind of gone, and if you visit it as a player, you just couldn't reach it anymore. Instead of seeing the giant blackened tree in the distance. Of course, you're starting out as a Night Elf player, you get put into but get put back in time to the older version of the area, where the tree wasn't burnt to a crispy state. And I have a feeling if the FF14 devs really put their mind to it, they could achieve the same thing with like places like Korthus and Nordvant. Imagine going back to the first and suddenly seeing stuff like places like Nordvant and the Unsea place just kind of change to like more lushful things. And they're just being an NPC like, hey, we developed some magic tech to go back in time. Do you want to use it to find anything you might have missed? Sure. Alright, here we go. I I think the engine can handle it because, like I said, it wouldn't be so much because it would more like be like an instance hub area. So like how we so like what we have after like say a specific raid or story event, like the Ultima Weapon Arena or the hey that's Bahamut area, or other people, or you can't see other people if they're in the right circumstance as you. But more often than not, it's a lonely experience because everyone else already went by it. Cause actually, let's take like for an example how they can make it work for like a capital city, because like Ul'dah is like the biggest offender of this. To where the current state of Ul'dah in the story and its current rendition in the game are now ever increasingly differentiating from each other. Because Ul'dah in game is perpetually stuck in a realm reborn, full of refugees and everything. Or story-wise, Ul'dah is now recovering from the whole refugee situation thanks to Ala Mhigo, which in and of itself needs a bit of an update. And now, both cities states are doing better. The other city states still have the same issue because most of their uh, problems, so to speak, have been.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Ala Mhigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
America, I was expecting to see you here. Oh, dear point. God, I lost my point. I accidentally played that my live stream. Alright, point returned. I was basically saying that most of the city-states have, not most, but the two other major city-states that we have, Limsa and Gridania, have a much easier time just kind of waving off the whole issue of being stuck in a realm reborn off. Just kind of fact that their major problems were more or less hidden. Like Limsa had a pirate problem, somewhat, kind of, not really, but Limsa's already a pirate place, so rogue pirates in a pirate area just kind of get swept under the rug as, oh yeah, the common criminals. And Gridania's main issue is just kind of nature, just being more in tune with nature, and that also can kind of get swept under the rug. Like there's nothing that really needs to be changed there. In the same way that Ul'dah would more or less kind of just need a visual overhaul for what it's trying to represent. Cause like there's an entire like couple of alleyways just full of homeless people that we can now just kind of get rid of because there's no longer a housing crisis because Ala Mhigo's back. And you're damn sure that all the Garleans who were taking up the houses are gone.
As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course. Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find.
Listen, Amric, Estinian just... And that man might as well have an Ender Pearl with how much he teleports around.
I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day? A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed.
Like, exactly the reaction you would expect from hearing somebody say, "Oh yeah, no, I found the cure to magical cancer." Okay, I'm about to send you a picture. Well, Pumpkin has just been so affectionately attackative. One of my hands is now being held hostage again.
Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
And Ishgard once again proves why it's the best city-state. Oh my god. It will avoid.
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it.
Listen, see, we fail to fail.
Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Oh my god, it's him.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
Oh my god, it's him.
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Well, no. Well, no, you can't say that about Mira when Fan Daniel exists. Oh.
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Alright, you two newlyweds.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin. All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
I'll never say no to a period of rest. You guys do what you do. I'm no elegant expert. I'm more of an Arthurian expert.
Damn it. It's overloading.
She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Arrow, please.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There! I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
They're all just like...
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at.
Exactly.
This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
back.
Apologies for the wait.
Gabu, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Y'shtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
By doing so, we also spare G'raha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the...
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin. Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn. Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allagans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alisaie. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
G'raha, you're the man. But also, I cannot unsee the old man get up.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news. For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alisaie refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion. She told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing. Nonetheless, it is comforting and not a little surprising to hear that I'm still capable of impressing my sister. On the rare occasions I'm not annoying her, that is. Alisaie, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gaboo!
Kaboo!
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always.
Happy with this.
So I tried to
I'm so happy
focus
with
on
this.
their faces. Theirs and yours. Alisaie's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alisaie. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alisaie was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then, the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
So I'm sure Matoya will love to see her.
I have to go now, Gabu. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alisaie. Thank you.
Well, that's sweet. And within the game was a memoriam that should last forever. Val, you think anyone laughed at what Stola said, and then learned about the thing as a fact and just regretted ever at laughing? Like, haha, Stola's messing with Matoya again, and then they just go, oh no, oh. Because you're streaming Vel, be sure to send not streaming. Because you're not streaming, Val. Be sure to send me lips of your progress.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
I like how Alphino at the first opportunity spilled not only the beans, but the cranberry sauce, the turkey, the orange juice. He spilled the whole Thanksgiving dinner.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
Also, I see what you mean by the voice being different.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. G'rahatia is my name, and I'm proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Allag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
Only Y'shtolas. Because that's fuel for the fire.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day. So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create Porxes with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother Porxie, as it were. Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Well, imagine being Alphinaud's dad and just casually learning that your son may or may not have just ended World War III. And you have some reason to justify, and to find some reason to justify your disappointment in him. And then your son also tells you that he also went to another world to do so. Well, that's it. That's technically the issue. That's technically the issue, Val. By Sharlayan standards, the whole thing of Alphinaud even being there, in and of itself, is sort of intervening. Because if he, let's say Alphinaud wasn't there, he couldn't have convinced the people of. Why did the name just slip my tongue? I literally said it earlier. Eulmore. What if he hadn't convinced people Eulmore to get up in arms, or met with the Chai? His very presence was an interference. And as a direct result of that, you were able to prevent a umbral calamity. For Sharlayan, They probably thought, no, we can survive any Umbral Calamity. Even though the Black Rose Umbral Calamity quite explicitly took them out as well. I should pause the stream here because I am growing a bit tired doing the solo with no other communication. But I'll keep playing later. Just like I said, I'm gonna pause here because this is about to be a dungeon, and doing a dungeon while tired is messy. It is messy. Oh my god, a rainbow. No, this is an actually rare weather event. Holy shit. Like, I just turned around and it's there, wow. It's already fading. Catch you later, Vel.